Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net, and it is Tuesday the 5th of February. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Don't forget we're kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen here. It's by you coming back and using the adverts. That's what keeps us free of charge, so thank you for doing that. Okay, off to the gym shortly. Look, gym kit is on after yesterday's chocolate fudge brownie episode. I think that's exactly where I need to go, so I'm going off there after I've done this video. Just to let you know as well, there's going to be another video online. We've got the Korean outlook coming up and an update to the MJO predictions, and I want to show you those, but if I put it in this video it would be far too long. So if you look to the what side is it, that side of the screen as you're looking at it? I think it is. Look at the featured channel. You'll see there's a video there. If it's not there yet, that's because it's just uploading and you're watching this very early, but it will be there. And take a look at that, and that will update you on what's going on as far as the longer range is concerned. So this is the what's this? 7 to 10 day means. That's right. 7 to 10 day means of the 500 millibar flow from the ECMWF on the left here and from the GFS on the right. And both models fairly similar. GFS wanting to make more of this ridge here in the middle of the Atlantic, more than the ECMWF wants to. But really the main story from these is this. Look at this jet stream coming in here straight across the central and northern parts of the state. The effect of that is that it's going to just destroy this ridge in the Atlantic here, because what you would be looking for normally is for that ridge just to be pumping its way northwards here and is building and extending like so, matching up with this ridge here and blocking things off, bringing us back into another northerly. But that's not going to happen. I think what's going to happen with this flow is this here is just going to pound into here, this here will pound into here, destroy the ridge completely, and it will just strengthen this trough. So what we'll see is the jet just gradually extending its way westwards here, and the trough becoming a major feature across Europe with this block still in here. But I think what that means is that the transition across the UK into the more stormy conditions, which I'm predicting for the end of the month, or the wetter, windier conditions, probably is going to be quite a convoluted one. It's going to take some time to get there, and we're certainly going to be on the cool side of things, I still think, until about the 17th or the 18th of the month. So we're getting some hints there from the models that things are sort of going according to plan. And the good news today is that the models are starting to agree now on coming out of the cold weather next week. I'll show you more of that in just a mo. For now though, this is the where the jet stream is at 6 o'clock this morning. You can see it here blowing to the south of the country. You can get these charts from weatherweb.net. Just go to charts, and then down the left hand side here you just click on EU jet stream and it'll bring that up for you. So the jet stream down here, and you can see how over the next few days it kind of meanders around, look, through the country, goes into a northerly and then sinks south again. And it's this idea of it being to the south of us that's important, because it's that keeps us on the chillier side of things. Now, chart for tomorrow, look at this northerly flow here. I've blogged about these beautiful charts, and they are really classic examples of winter weather. Look, the air, you can imagine it just coming down from the pole there and just pushing its way southwards here, through the UK, down into France, through Spain, look, through the Mediterranean, into northern parts of Africa. And what's remarkable about this one is that's the 528 line there, going into the western Mediterranean. These fronts here all bringing about some sleet and some snow showers, most of them down the eastern coast of the UK and across the northern parts of the Netherlands, northern France and northern Germany too. And you can see how strong the wind is down this eastern coast from how close together the ice bars are. So a great chart there. This ridge out towards the west, and if you look back at the videos of recent weeks, you'll see that I was talking about that ridge building out to the west, and indeed there it is. But I can't take all the credit, of course. It was picked up by models, and remarkable that the models can do that sort of thing. Okay, we got to think about snow as well. There's going to be some snow by the looks of things during the course of this afternoon. It's going to be mainly over high ground, but it's something that we need to just be aware of. This is the snow change chart in 24 hours. Again, you get this from the site. Go down under GFS operational snow changes there. 24 hours up to midnight tonight. You can see this is mainly high ground stuff, sort of putting down some snow. But what I want you to notice is if we just go forwards, and we're going to take this chart forward into Monday. That's the snow change chart from midnight on Sunday through to midnight on Monday. So 0001 hours on Monday, very early part of mid-morning. Look at that. Now, Don't take it too literally. But what that's showing us is this potential for an area of snow across the UK on Monday. I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be, and I think the models are going to dance around it at the moment. But I would go for central parts of Scotland, northern England, down through the Midlands. It's this sort of area here that is at risk from snow during Sunday night into the early part of Monday morning. We need to watch this one carefully. It may be it just fritters away and we just get a dusting, but as cold air comes in from the east, as warm air comes in from the Atlantic, meets that cold air, it could be that things start to develop. So it's something that we certainly have to be on the watch for. As far as pressure goes, we've got low pressure up towards the northeast of Scotland just at the moment, and just show you the pattern of this as that low pressure tumbles down the east coast of the country. It takes this little comma of rain, sleet and snow with it, and really difficult to decide what's going to happen this afternoon, how much snow there is going to be around. I think most of it comes through as rain, then turns to sleet, may well turn to wet snow, but I think the big problem is going to be ice following in behind, and probably a more prolonged period of snow too for this kind of north and eastern corner of Scotland. Then we set up a northerly flow through tomorrow, some really strong northerly winds, feeling bitterly cold, snow showers northern and eastern coasts, and also I think we could find some snow showers over the west of Wales and southwest England too. And then a ridge of high pressure is going to be building through the course of the day on Thursday, and that then lasts us well really through most of Thursday. The ridge is in, although what we find late on Thursday is this front approaching from the west. Look, and this little low just zipping across the southwest. That could just bring some snow to the high ground of Wales, but I think elsewhere just becoming cloudy and damp in the west, but dry towards the east. Then for Friday, well, a mix of cloud, bits and pieces of rain, sleet, perhaps some snow over high ground, with a ridge coming through then on Saturday. But by then we've got cold air kind of in this sort of zone here, and although we're getting some milder air coming in from the Atlantic here, what that's going to do is come up against that colder air, turn increasingly to snow. And this is the feature coming in through Sunday. Look, it's a front that comes through, meets the cold air to the east, and turns increasingly to snow as it does so. Now, I think the model's probably gone over the top a little bit, but 2 to 5 centimetres certainly looks like a reasonable figure. And then that kind of just eases its way slowly eastwards during the course of Saturday into Sunday. During Sunday into Monday, and it may be that it gets stuck down these eastern coasts of England for some time. This is the real mild air trying to get in. It never really succeeds to any great extent, and temperatures as a result are fairly flat. Let me just show you what I mean by the city temperatures. Look, that's remarkable, isn't it? Look, really virtually no change in temperatures there. This is for London at sort of 4 or 5 degrees. Look, here's the coolest spell around the end of the weekend into the early part of next week, but really nothing remarkable. Nothing to write home about on there. And that's Cardiff, again very similar, just nippy look, stays cool right through. Hint of a slight rise in temperature here towards the end of the period. Similar for Birmingham, there we are for Manchester, and similar for Glasgow too, but colder up there towards the north. So this idea of cooler weather, cool to cold weather, certainly seems to be holding. On the ECMWF, that's been bringing up temperatures from about the 13th onwards. Look, see a rise, but you're still at sort of -3s, -4s at 850, so it's still relatively cool conditions. And incidentally, the ECMWF goes for this similar idea of the snow area coming in next Sunday into Monday. Here we go. Look, this is the chart for Sunday. Here is the snow area coming in just there. There's the block of cold air, look out towards the east. And if we go forward to midnight on Monday, well, it makes a much bigger feature of it. It brings low pressure off the south coast of England, brings in these easterly winds, hence the reason for the snow, and then clears away that low to the southeast, keeps us in the cool flow. A ridge comes in from the west though during the early part of the week, and then that eventually pushes milder air into Scotland, although the big question is how much this easterly flow still influences things. So I think what we're going to see is a sort of a temperature staying pretty flat, pretty cool throughout the period. And yes, some snow early on next week, but then what I think we'll find is this kind of slow transition to these milder, wetter conditions that I'm expecting at the end of the month. But what I'm going to do with that is bring you more of that in the other video, because Otherwise, this would just be really ridiculously long. So I'm going to record your video about the end of the month, updating on what the latest Korean model is doing, and also what the MJO is hinting at too. So hopefully that's been useful. Remember the risk of ice tonight. Remember, we're going to be watching and focusing on that risk of snow on Sunday night into Monday morning. But for now, thanks again for watching. Remember, we're kept free of charge by the adverts around the screen. By you clicking on the adverts, that's what generates the revenue. It keeps us free of charge. And by you using the adverts, of course, don't just click on the advert because they're there. Click on it because you want it. But that's what keeps us free of charge. More charts being added all the time on the site. Don't forget that now we've got sailing charts on there as well. This doesn't replace sailingweather.co.uk, it complements it. So if you go to sailing there at the top, you click on that, and you can get various different sailing charts for those of you who are interested in sailing, which includes wind forecasts and also wave and swell forecasts too, and we'll be adding to those all the time. So for now, thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.